So Timmy, after just a mere couple of years after hearing the news, finally goes to save his brother along with Jenny, who's off to save her parents. But a nasty hawk bursts their bubble and they plummet to the ground. They come across a caterpillar who says he can lead them to the Great Owl, which it turns out is not the Great Owl, but actually Jeremy, posing as the Great Owl. Now, if you even care an inkling about the first film at all, you're probably asking, why? Well, it's so Jeremy and the caterpillar can scam people out of money by charging them for asking questions. Hey, here's a question, Mr. Owl. What the f*** do animals need with money? You're, animals.
You wig! Oh, I see. Wait.
So just to recap, everybody, Jeremy's a criminal, Justin and Mr. Aegis are kidnappers, and Timmy doesn't even bat an eye as his brother is being tortured for several years. Sheesh, and I thought the first film was dark. This is downright diabolical.
There it is.
So Jeremy finally flies Timmy and Jenny to Nimh, and it turns out Justin and Mr. Aegis have a change of heart and decide to join them as well. And I have to be honest, as we near the third act of this film, I'm not seeing the spectacular badness it's supposed to have. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's bad, but it's just sort of basic dumb sequel bad. I mean, nothing really propels it into incredibly awful.
Jenny, look! What happened to them?
It turned the humans into dogs.
Okay, so the evil scientist is turning the other scientists into dogs? Why would he do that? And he's turning rats into bodyguards? What exactly is this guy's evil plan?
How you have grown. I suppose I have changed a bit. But for the better, don't you think? Hero?
Martin!
What?
It's me, the new and improved Marty. And I made the most of it.
What? Martin is the bad guy? Martin?
I was far too smart from the very start.
And he has the voice of Eric Idle?
I began to grow. Little did he know.
And he
I
sings?
had my own plans for him. He thought I was tame.
And he's the one who turns the scientists into dogs? And.
They all do as I say. No one stands in my way. Everybody here is happy, or I have them slightly altered. I can do as I please. I can change things with ease. Horns or hair or fin or feather. I control the wind and weather. We can rule the world together. If you come with me, you'll be happy. Oh, so happy when you come with me. You'll be king of everything of all that you can see. Just say yes, hero. No. Think what we two can do, you and me and you. Buck yourself up, don't look so sad. In my master plan, you won't tell me I'm...
It can't be for real! It can't be! No movie could possibly be this stupid! It has to be a dream sequence, or...
Butterflies and...
What am I even looking at? It's like Candyland if it was designed by Charles Manson! Somebody else took over this movie! An insane asylum, probably!
You'll be happy, nice and happy, if you just say yes!
I'm at a loss for words. I mean,
Don't be upset.
this has got to be the freaking dumbest twist I've ever seen in my life! I mean, the mouse is a mad scientist? What sick, twisted brain would come up with something so stupid?
And then the mouse turns into a mad scientist and betrays all his friends. Genius! This is a work of genius! I'm gonna call my creative consultant and see what he thinks.
Wonderful! So the mouse becomes the mad scientist. He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Oh, you really outdone yourself this time and say no.
I know! Now, every child in the world will know they can never escape the clutches of science!
I mean, it's incredible. It's absolutely absolutely incredible. You know what this is like? Oh, no. I can't even make the comparison. I can't. It's too stupid to make. But it's true. It's so true. The Secret of Nimh, this wonderful creative film, has officially become about a mouse with scientific abilities trying to take over the world. You know where this is going!
Gee, Martin, what are we gonna do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, stupid! Trying to take over the world!
The Timmy and the Brain. Yes, Timmy and the Brain. One is a genius and also insane to take over the world. Now what brings this sequel? And with me, the Timmy and the Brain.
So, after whatever the we just witnessed, Martin locks up Timmy and tells Jenny that he's going to take over Thorn Valley and make her his queen. Why? Because the movie was written by monkeys. So Timmy manages to get out of his cage and goes to stop his brother and save everybody.
Stand still, will you?
So when you get down to it, the actual secret of Nimh in this movie was a totally insane mouse who had the voice of Eric Idle. I have to admit, that was a pretty well-kept secret. I never would have guessed that. So how does he defeat this diabolical genius? He throws the book at him.
There, that's for being so evil.
Weak! They help everybody escape, but the place catches fire, and Timmy wants to go in to save Martin.
Tim! Where are you going?
I'm doing what you said! I'm following my heart!
I love you!
Woo! I love you too!
Boy, they said that pretty fast, didn't they? They must not have had a lot of time to get through all the cliches. And practice makes perfect, don't do drugs, and there's no place like home. Bye! He finds Martin and manages to get him out of there before the place burns up. They get back to Thorn Valley and everybody throws a big parade for him. Oh, by the way, Timmy and Jenny are in love. If you think that's a cliff note in my review, don't. It's a cliff note in the movie, too. And it also turns out that Martin's back to normal. How? Because they put a bandage on his head. And in old kids' movies, that seems to fix everything. You could be dying of cancer and a bandage on your head would fix it.
You single-handedly saved Thorn Valley.
Martin is correct, Timothy. The prophecy of Nicodemus came true. You have indeed fulfilled your destiny.
So let me get this straight. Timmy's great destiny was to stop a jealous mastermind who wouldn't have been a jealous mastermind unless he heard that Timmy had a great destiny. In other words, if they didn't build him up, none of this would have happened. Talk about a self-fulfilling prophecy, you dumb. Folks, what can I say? Well, how about this? It's awful! Incredibly awful! I mean, it starts off bad sequel bad, and then it just spirals into a world of absolute insanity. The choices they made to go with this story are just mind-boggling. I still can't comprehend it. The only thing that's remotely entertaining about this film is Eric Idle doing the voice of Martin. But even then, that's just because he's so bat insane that it's sort of hard not to laugh at it. There's still the fact that Martin's the bad guy. There's still the fact that they build up this kid who's literally done nothing. There's the fact that that stupid self-fulfilling prophecy. There's the fact that Mrs. Brisby is barely in it, or the rest of the family for that matter. It's just... it's so terrible! And I'm not gonna stand for it. Something has to be done! Do it!
You may fire when ready.
I'm the Nostalgia Critic, and sequel month is almost over. Just one more movie. I don't even care what the hell it is.
Did someone say care?
Who's that coming from somewhere up in the sky? Moving fast and bright as a firefly. Through that careless countdown and send a wish out through the air.